What's up, guys? KS here. Thanks for joining me today as always. As you can see, the review table is an absolute mess, and there's a reason why. Over the last couple of weeks, I've been hinting not only on Instagram at ksgunguy_official, but also on the Wednesday night chats with Big Johnson Guns and Gear in 1776 or Bust, that my first AR build is on the way, and I'm so excited to finally be here and bring you guys along for the journey. Now, I teamed up with a company called Dagger Defense, and I'm flashing their website down below. They offer a wide variety of products for your ARs and other weapons like weapon-mounted lights, iron sights, rail accessories and sections, red dot optics and scopes, and a variety of other things as well. And the coolest part about it is they offer quality products at a really reasonable price. Guys, you can kind of go nuts with some of those products and spend hundreds and hundreds and even $1,000 on things, but to be able to come in and get a good quality product at a very reasonable price, that's really cool. It means more and more of us can actually do stuff like this. So I want to show a couple of their stuff, but the rest of the products and parts as well before it all gets put together. So first we'll take a look at our optics and sights. Now for the iron sights, Dagger Defense sent along these BUIS sights, and they're made of aluminum. They do go on Picatinny rails. They're spring operated and they are adjustable both front and rear. And I've kind of been playing around with this stuff, obviously not on the build yet. The build is all in parts, but just playing around and see how it is. And it all feels like really solid, really well-made products. I love the little logo on both of these. I think that looks really cool. So I'm really excited to throw these on the final build. And then for a red dot optic, they also sent along a DDH-B reflex sight. And this thing is fantastic. Now, I've actually got it on right now. It's actually got a green dot on. You're not going to be able to see it. The camera doesn't like to focus in on stuff like that very well. But there's some really cool things about it. Now, it does function on a CR2032 battery, just one. And they actually send two along with it, which is really cool. But it's got your dimmer switch, your on and off for both the red and the green here on the side. And then here in back, you'll notice that there's a switch for multiple different types of reticles. So you can really dial this in to suit your needs. And it is fully adjustable. You got your adjust points here and here. So you can zero this thing in and get it really accurate. So I've been very impressed with the build quality of this. And frankly, I think it looks freaking cool. I really do. I love the logo right here. I think it's very tasteful. I mean, this is a really good sight. Now, this is going to come in just under $40. It's like $38.99, I think. And then your iron sights are going to be $29.99. So what's that? A little under $70 for all of your optics. That is absolutely outstanding because the theme of this build, guys, is budget. I had a budget of $650 to put all this stuff together. Now, I'm not going to tell you the total just yet, but I will tell you, starting off with the optics at such a reasonable price is fantastic. So let's go through the rest of the products and see what else I chose. As I started to get into this build, of course, one of the first things that came to mind is the lower. Now, you guys, you have to keep in mind, I've not been a rifle person. I'm a pistol guy, so I'm a total noob to all of this stuff. So I had to really ask around and investigate a lot for all of these parts, especially the lower. And the question was, what lower should I go with, and price and everything. And price, you can really, it spans the gamut. I mean, you can do, $40 or $50, well into the hundreds of dollars as well. And so I settled on an Aero Precision. It's just the X15 lower right here. And you know what? It's going to do the job. It's going to do exactly what I need it to do. And it came in around $75. I actually picked this up at Centerfire Shooting Sports. I love giving my local gun store or toy store the business, of course. And this is fine. This is a Gen 2. So from what I understand, the magwell is just a little bit wider. And then as far as the assembly, there are a couple of other tweaks and changes they've made for their Gen 2s. Again, I am a noob at all of this stuff, so you guys are going to know a lot more than I am. But that's the lower that I went with. I can't wait to start putting all of this stuff together. And you guys are probably wondering what I went with the upper. Now, again, keep in mind, this is a budget build. So I started to investigate really parting everything out and just putting it all together and everything. And that became not only a little bit daunting, but it became a little bit more of a challenge to get in under budget. And so I went out to Palmetto State Armory. I know a lot of you guys are familiar with them. They've got a lot of really cool stuff out there. And again, at a budget-minded price. And that's really cool. And so I knew I wanted to do an AR pistol build. And so I actually settled with this guy right here. Now, admittedly, I know it's a build and the upper is already put together. Guys, baby steps. The next one, the upper will all be apart as well. But but it's one thing at a time for me. So the lower will be first, the upper will come at a later time. But this is a 10.5-inch upper right here, and I'm going to give you some specs. You guys are going to know more about this than I am, but it's a 1-in-7 twist. It is nitride. It's got a 12-inch slant. I have no idea what that means, but you guys can definitely teach me down in the comments. Now, it does have your rails both front and on the rear, and I love the fact that it's broken up throughout the rest of the rail. I like not having the Picatinny going all the way across, so I think it's a really cool look. And then, of course, we've got a Palmetto State Armory flash can on here as well. Now, this is designed to throw all the gases and the percussion and everything forward rather than to the sides. And for me, someone who spends a lot of time in an indoor range, that's really important, not only for my hearing, but also I like to think of the people on the right and the left of me. So hopefully this will keep the noise down just a little bit, because it is an AR pistol and they tend to be pretty darn loud. I've been the recipient of some of that at the range myself, so anything I can do to help my buddies over there, I definitely want to do it. But that's the upper right there. We'll learn more as we go along with that, as we start to put it all together. But the upper kit, again, coming in at $399, it also came with all of the rest of the parts needed to put all of this together. We've got a Magpul grip right here. I like this. It's got a little storage area here. And again, it's not on the rifle, obviously, but so far it feels pretty good. I like the texture on it. I like the way it feels. I like the ergos on it. So it's a really nice little grip. And then it also came, of course, with your buffer tube and spring and all of that. And then it came with an SB Tactical brace as well. I like SB Tactical braces. I've had one on my my CZ Scorpion. It does a great job. And so I like the build quality of that. And I think this is a good looking brace. They've got several different types of braces and that sort of thing. And this one, I think just looks really cool. And then, of course, we've got basically a bucket of different parts, because it comes with all of your lower parts needed to put the rest together. So this is everything for the rifle, which sort of blows my mind a little bit. And coming in with that kit under $400 is pretty outstanding. So guys, the total for this entire thing is just under $550. And if you think about that, being able to build an AR and put together a cool AR pistol for about the cost of a Glock, that's outstanding. So I can't wait to do videos 2 and 3, because we're going to be seeing the finished product, and then of course going through the shooting and the summary and all that kind of stuff, and giving you guys my final thoughts on all of this, and seeing if anything breaks, because I will tell you if something breaks, if something falls apart. There's no secrets here on this channel. So I do want to thank, of course, Dagger Defense for allowing me the opportunity to do this and bring all of my thoughts to you guys. This is so much fun to do a budget AR build. This is my first one, so I may screw it all up. You never know. But I'm excited to do it. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to film the actual build or not. I might film a little bit of it just as kind of a picture-in-picture sort of thing, but we have to be very careful on YouTube about assembling things, because there's a good likelihood that they could take your video down or give you a strike, that sort of thing, and I don't want to do that. So we'll have to kind of see how that goes. But again, guys, these are the parts. I can't wait to put all this together and share it with you. Now, speaking of sharing, be sure to leave some comments down below and let me know your thoughts about all these parts, what I went with, what your experiences are, not only with Dagger Defense and some of the different things that you've run with for them, but also what else you've chosen for your builds, where you've gone, and your budget builds, that sort of thing. I'm always looking forward to talking with you guys in the comments. We have a lot of fun with that. Otherwise, thanks so much for joining me, and I will see you next time.